Now we're ready to make the keychain. There's some things that you're going to need for this. First of all, you're going to have your children get their behavior beads that they have earned. Everybody will have those. Each child will then also need to get a dangly. I've got a star dangly and one with numbers. I've got letters, fish, all different kinds. But this is going to be the one thing that's kind of the anchor of the keychain. You'll also need some sort of a clip that you can use to hook onto backpacks, and also a metal ring that you can use at the very end of your keychain. You'll also need some sort of twine. I use this plastic lacing. I've used several things and this seems to work the best. And I also take it and I put it inside of a plastic container with a hole so that I don't have twine all over the place. I also give each child a paper plate. It doesn't have to have the frog, but you'll be glad you had this with the edge on the sides. Okay? The first thing that you're going to need is a long piece of twine. The pretty long is better. You will never be sorry that it's too long, but you will be sorry if it's too short because you won't be able to tie it up. It's very difficult. The children will then need to come and get their behavior beads and put them on their plate. You can see that this has some special beads included. They're not just the plain round beads that I used for the daily behavior. When a child doesn't lose any sticks for an entire week, they get a special bead. And I have this flower, there's a heart, I've got butterflies. We also have basketballs, footballs, baseballs, shiny things, stars, you name it. We've got all kinds of beads. The more variety, the more excited the kids will get. Once the children have their twine and their beads ready, they need their dangly. I have this star. We have one that's a number 8, which is very popular with second graders because most of them are turning 8. They take it and they string it on one of the strands and then bring both sides together and pull it down. So that is the bead that is in the middle. Then the children are going to string their beads any way they want, but they need to make sure that they go through both strands this time. All of the other beads are going to go through both strands. And they just go ahead and they put these on. After the beads are strung, then you're now ready to finish up the keychain. What you'll need to do is give your children, or you can do this yourself, the small round ring that they are going to put through one of the strands of the keychain. On this part, I just have them tie like they're getting ready to tie their shoes and just make a loop. Another thing is you kind of don't want it to be too tight because if it is, you may break off the dangly at the bottom. So when they come up to you, like I usually scooch them apart just a little bit so that they're hanging nice and straight and that they're not too tight at the end. Okay? After they have this little loop, I then will take it and tie. This is really important. You tie it around your finger with both strands. Make your hole and put both through. And then pull it tight. You may even want to do that one more time. And you can see I have a lot of extra string here. That is because when I've cut them so short, it's really, really, really difficult to get them tied and then to get them tight enough. And I'm just stretching it because I use the stretchy twine. Then that way I can kind of really stretch it tight so I have some nice tight knots. You can trim these up or not. The one reason I kind of don't like to trim them up is that if this would for some reason come undone, I have a better way of getting it tied back again. Then I hook hook to my metal ring. And it's ready to go on the backpack. I also can put the one that they make next week on the same hook. So they can put several, probably 4 or 5 maybe, before you would have to get more. You can buy bigger hooks than this too. So there you go. There's your behavior bead chain. Thanks for watching my video about our behavior bead keychains. I hope that this will help your classroom and encourage your kids to have great behaviors. You can also get these beads at Dollar Tree. I got 400 beads for $1, of course, and that's how I got the majority of the beads that we use for the keychains. The special beads I did get, like at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. You can also ask parents to maybe send some in and, you know, save yourself a few dollars there too. Thanks again. Have a great day.